Good evening. Good evening, students. Welcome, all of you. Welcome to the class. Hi, Sailesh Pandey. How are you? Nancy Gupta, Poonam Singh. Poonam, you're following the wave guides also, right? Yeah. Shitanshu, Suresh. Hi. Hi. Good evening. So this class is a continuation of random variables, or this is a continuation of conceptual approach of random variables. ये नहीं कि 4-5 क्वेश्चंस कर लिए और ताली बजा के चले गए एग्जाम्स को. It's not doing just questions there. कुछ क्वेश्चंस वो भी प्रीवियस पेपर क्वेश्चंस, उसके बाद ताली बजा के एग्जाम में चला गया और वहां पे ताली बज जाएगा. This class is to conceptually understand what are the operations you have to do, what is the mathematics behind random variables. एक ऐसी conceptual क्लास है जिसमें आपको random variables का physical meaning application के साथ करेंगे. Those students who don't like all these things, जिनको सिर्फ questions, problems, you don't make much sense in the discussion here. आप लोगों को ज्यादा मजा नहीं आएगा, right? I hope you understand. The last 3 classes you should have seen it. Hi Vardhan, welcome to the class. Ashtosh, hi. Ashi. So I also expect that you have gone through the first 3 classes. मैं उन्हीं लोगों को expect कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे कि आप लोगों ने पहले 3 classes तो देख लिए होंगे. अगर नहीं देखा तो look at a review of what we have finished. I mean, look at what did we do in 3 classes, because this is part 4. So look at the review of the last 3 classes. Look at a review of the last classes. क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो भी आ रहे हैं एग्जाम्स तो बनेंगे ही, एग्जाम्स के लिए तो आना ही है. But more than the exam, I also expect that you are conceptually learning the subject. That's what I feel. So the first class was almost spent on understanding definition of what is random variable and its application into communications. How random variables are understood in communications. Uske baad we went on to understand what is CDF in the first class, because we should understand continuous and discrete random variables. So इस प्रोसेस में हम लोग CDF को समझने की कोशिश किए थे. 3 days back I got a small message from an ISRO student, I mean ISRO interview guidance student. He asked me what is the physical meaning of PDF and CDF. Physical meaning of PDF or CDF, and then he has qualified his ISRO written exam, which is a dream for anybody. तो उसको मैंने बस a link भेजा. I sent my link. I said watch the first 2 classes. He understood from that 2 classes only. तो ये मेरी क्लास में उन्हीं लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा जिनको just not textbooks, just not learning a subject from books, or just not formulas. It should be beyond it. So first class में हम लोग वही कोशिश कर रहे थे कि CDF होता क्या है, क्यों CDF यूज करना है, how does that number of favorable cases by total number of cases fail. क्योंकि probability किसी को भी उसी फॉर्मूला से पढ़ाते हैं, number of cases by total number of cases, favorable cases by total. उससे हटके functions, उससे हटके when you go for understanding of functions, that is CDF. So second class we have finished what is PDF, what are its properties, and then we handled problems. Third class I was just starting statistics और इसमें मीन का फॉर्मूला पढ़ा है मैंने. How mean is not just sum by total. Mean कोई भी सब्जेक्ट में होता sum of all the cases by total number of cases, but not here. यहाँ पे mean का फॉर्मूला ही अलग है. So today's class will continue from this mean and statistics. So these are the 3 classes we have finished. Class 1 CDF, class 2 PDF, and class 3 what is mean and statistics. So ready for today's class students? Ready to continue today's class? हम लोग इस क्लास में भी लास्ट क्लास जैसे ही थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स, थोड़ी कॉन्सेप्ट्स, try to get some concepts, do some problems, because it is not blindly doing problems independently. Doing problems makes sense only when you have some logic. So let's understand a mean. So today's class, I hope the backdrop that you need, आज की क्लास के लिए the backdrop that you need is that integral of x into fx of x dx. This is what is called as mx. This is what is called as e of x. This is what is called as expected value of x. Expected value of x. This is what you can call it as mean or expectation. And I hope all of you know this much of logic. I hope all of you understand this formula. Today's class will try to understand variations of this formula, a few applications of this formula, a few more additional properties beyond this formula. Okay, so starting today's class with the problem 1. Starting off directly with the problem. Okay, look at it. A discrete random variable which is a symbol in a communication system. Look at the first problem for today's class. A discrete random variable which is a symbol in a communication system takes the values -1, 0 and 1. These are the three values it's likely to take. Calculate the expected value e of x when calculate the e of x when let's go to the next page. We finished writing. Ayush Mishra, I've not seen you nowadays after a long time. Ayush, welcome to random variables. Copy कर लिए question. Discrete random variables symbol in a communication system takes three values -1, 0, 1. Calculate the expectation when. Can I go to the next page? Calculate the expected value e of x when. Case 1. When all three symbols are equally likely, case 2, when p of x is equal to 1 is 2 times of p of x is equal to 0, that is equals 3 times of p of x is equal to -1. So I hope you understand the question. Expectation of the random variable when all the three are equally likely. When they are not equally likely. Answer for the second one. First one. Second one. So confident आयुष कि जीरो है वो. Others, your communication has got three symbols of -1, 0 and +1. So +1, 0, -1 symbols are equally likely. So what is the average is obviously 0. That anybody can guess it. Now what about when the symbols are not equally likely? At least in the second case, okay, let's look at the first case, no doubt. But I think in the second case, you better think of in the second case. Welcome, Sri. Sri, you joined a bit late. Just started with the question, Sri. Maybe for you, it's a very simple question. I'm sure, Sri, you'll answer it very easily. Already Aish told the answer. But just want to see the question, Sri, once. You may not get time to copy it. But question dekh lo. I think sufficient for you. Pehle question hai. First question. And see the question now. Three symbols, -1, 0, 1. I wanted the expectation when all the three symbols are equally likely and when the symbols have got unequal probabilities. Okay. Students, shall we start the solution? Suresh, Vardhan. Vardhan, answer first one. Vardhan, waiting for the answer, first one. First one is 0. Second, no, Vardhan. I don't think it will be minus. X equal to 1 का ज़्यादा probability है ना? So most probably the chance is for the positive only. Vardhan, actually this is what I wanted to ask. Shall all of you look here? When x is -1, x is 0, and x is +1, with all the three equal probability, undoubtedly the average E of x is 0. Undoubtedly. Pawan, were you that ISRO qualified student, Pawan? Same Pawan? Just now telling about you. You cleared your ISRO. Yeah. You've seen the first two classes, na? PDF, CDF ka meaning kuch aata na? Yeah, you gone through the classes? Okay. This is just going with statistics. That's all. Physical meaning of statistics. The average will be 0, students. Or 0 क्यों होगा? The explanation is very simple. The d of x will be here x1 into p of x1 plus x2 into p of x2 plus x3 into p of x3. You don't have to say that integration f of x. जहां आपको इंटीग्रेशन होना चाहिए, something like this, it becomes summation plus, and instead of PDF you have got probability there, so it becomes simple like this. And when all the three are equally probable, P of x1 is equal to P of x2 is equals P of x3 is 1/3. So equiprobable and symmetric. So -1 into 1/3 plus 0 into 1/3 plus 1 into 1/3, undoubtedly 0. So evenly spread out, -1 to +1. So probability is 0. Now what if when the probabilities are uneven? There is more chance of a positive value. यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं आप, देखिए positive value has got more chance compared to the 0 value or the negative value. पॉजिटिव वैल्यू का प्रोबेबिलिटी ज्यादा है तो पक्का नेगेटिव तो नहीं आएगा ना. आयुष, वरदान, सो पक्का मीन यहां पे पॉजिटिव ही आएगा. सो इक्वी प्रोबेबिलिटी में एक्सपेक्टेशन इज 0 because -1 +1 0 average will be 0. But यहाँ पे पक्का it's going to be something like this. कि call this p of x equal to 1 as k. Yes. What is p of x equal to? No, actually, Vardhan, I did not actually want the answer. I mean, मैं actually answer से ज़्यादा I was trying to tell you how the mean shifts when there is more probability in the positive side. बात वो था एक्चुअली, ज्यादा प्रोबेबिलिटी पॉजिटिव साइड में है ना, नेगेटिव साइड से ज्यादा प्रोबेबिलिटी है ना, तो मीन ऑटोमेटिकली शिफ्ट्स टू द पॉजिटिव साइड. सो p of x equal to 0 will be k by 2. p of x equal to 1 will be k by 3. So what is your e of x equal to now? It's going to be, I think let's take the summation first. So k plus k by 2 plus k by 3 equal to 1. So how much is k equal to? How much is k value? 6 by 11. This is the first thing you should be calculating it. Now on this basis you get the remaining two probabilities. But my logic behind giving this question is, the major logic behind giving this question is, students, will you have that sharpness to say that the mean is positive or not? That I felt bad. Both of you went wrong. I mean, sharpness ये होना चाहिए कि positive value का ज्यादा probability है ना. Yeah, exactly. That happens quite natural. Don't worry. That's actually happens. So that's where the common sense is. कि positive value has got a more probability, so obviously mean will be on the higher positive side. So now go for the e of x calculation. E of x is equals 1 into k, 1 into its probability, that's 6 by 11, plus 0 into its probability, that's 6 by 22, plus minus 1 into its probability, 6 by 33, so that should be 33 in the denominator. 18 minus 6, that's 12 by 33. This is e of x. Certainly you can see it's a positive value. You got it? This is how you understand the mean of equal probabilities. It was just a division. -1 plus 0 plus 1 by 3. That's all. Equal probabilities में आपने just divide किया. Unequal probabilities में ही वो problem का मजा आएगा. Where I taught you in the last class. X into f of x dx. I hope you got the point, students. So last class I was desperately trying to show you how the unequal probabilities and how the probability density function influences mean. Okay, right. So you're all understanding mean, statistics, simple statistic. And I took a discrete random variable, शायद continuous होता, you would have been integrating here, integrating and getting some answer. I'll give you some f of x. Let's continue with this next point. Let's look at the next point here. Because today we have to learn statistics now. So can I go to the next point? Is the problem clear, all of you? I hope you're all confident, comfortable, understanding. Chalo, let's go to the next point. Same question. Let's go to the next point. That is, in the above question, of unequal probabilities, calculate the deviation of the random variables, from the central value or the mean. In the case of unequal probabilities, find out what is your deviation from the mean. Tell me what is the average deviation. Calculate the average deviation. Let's put the word more clear. Now, before all of you get ready for unequal probabilities, please don't start calculating. अगर ये इस क्वेश्चन में इक्वल प्रोबेबिलिटीज होता तो can you tell me the deviation? Welcome Gaurav Parmar, welcome to the class. थोड़ी late, but just don't worry, कुछ नहीं हुआ. Just doing some very silly problems to learn something serious. Another 20 minutes we'll do silly problems. Don't mind. Then after 20 minutes I'll come to the serious point and conclude it. Last week also ना हम लोग silly problems किए थे. Suddenly I taught you mean. Today also we'll do all silly problems. Then suddenly I'll teach you moment generating function. Today's agenda is to learn what is moment generating function. But only after you learn the silly problems. You have to bear with me with all these silly problems. Then we'll go to MGF and conclude today's class. So Gaurav, students, can you tell me the average deviation of the random variable if it was equal probabilities? Equal probabilities case में average deviation. Vardhan, you are calculating standard deviation, I believe. You are calculating standard deviation, Vardhan. No. Average deviation. Yeah, Pawan, Ganesh, beautiful. So that's very clear कि पक्का zero है. Because average deviation means from the mean +1 and -1. That's very good. Now tell me for unequal probabilities. Unequal probabilities wali case mein, got the point? So once again look at it, students. Yes. So once again look at the discussion, students. Mean of equal probabilities case, mean in the equal probability case, E of x was supposed to be 0. Now when you go for average deviation, which is E of the random variable deviating from the mean, average deviation is nothing but the random variable's difference with the mean, how much it is going above and below. So if you watch it carefully, this is nothing but x minus mx of the x1 into p of x1 plus x2 minus mx into P of x2 plus x3 minus mx into P of x3, which is undoubtedly, when you take 1 minus 0 into 1 by 3 plus 0 minus 0 into 1 by 3 plus minus 1 into 1 by 3, this is 0. So undoubtedly the average deviation comes out to be 0 when it is equiprobability case. That means it's ridiculous to say that there is a distribution, there is an variation, but the deviation is showing as 0. It is like almost, in my house I get 220 volts power supply, but sometimes it is plus 314 in the peak, minus 314 in the peak, so average is 0 and the power deviation is also 0. Is it acceptable? Is it acceptable that the average is 0 and power power deviation is 0? No. So most statistics don't give a correct picture, especially about deviation. Deviation statistic mostly presents a wrong picture because you are deviating on the right of mean and left of mean symmetrically. That's why average deviation is not an acceptable statistic. अक्सर 0 के mean के आसपास, when your variations are in and around mean, right of mean, left of mean, mostly average deviation will be 0. For symmetry around the mean, for symmetry around the mean. But what if it is unequal probability case? Let's check that once. In the case of unequal probability, let's look at it, where it is not symmetric around the mean. वहां पे एक बार चेक करते हैं. So ready for the next case problem? Next student, next case. So symmetric around the mean, deviation is most likely to be 0. If your distribution is symmetric around the mean, deviation is most likely to be 0. Can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next? Copy this completely. Any doubts, anybody in this? Anybody, any doubts? Copied. Can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next page now? Okay. Yeah. Is there any lag? I mean, is there any delay? Are your nets and all fine? Net speed is fine for you? No, actually, I got used to my Ignite batch students who are very, very active. So, no, I just got to that Ignite batch students. Now, both is other active. Immediately they keep typing. So, you're all slowly watching. Okay, fine. Don't worry. So, look at it, students. Now, in the case of mean of unequal probabilities, where mean of unequal probabilities, the E of x was, what does the mean there? 12 by 33. So when you find out the average deviation, the average deviation will be now 1 minus 12 by 33 into its probability. What was its probability? It was 6 by 11, yeah, into 6 by 11 plus 0 minus 12 by 33 into 6 by 22 plus minus 1 minus 12 by 33 into 6 by 33. This is finding out the deviation from the mean on an average. I am sure it will come to be some negative value or positive value. Yeah, 0 cas pass, very close to some positive value only. Okay. You can check the answer and tell me if you want it. But I feel it should be some negative value, positive value 3. 4 by 121, 1 by 30, very close to 0. Okay. So can I take it as 4 by 121, all of you? Sri, you just told 12 by 121. उसके बाद 4 by 121. Is that okay? Okay. 4 by 121. 4 by 121. Okay. 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 But this is also very close to 0, na? लगभग close to 0 only. So generally deviation is not a fair idea of the variations. Very close to 0 only. So in such variations, deviation is not a very good thing. So for what to do? I mean, most often, can I go to the next page, students? Any doubts in the calculations? Can I go to the next page? Any doubts, anybody? Clear? Clear? Chalo. If you are clear with the students, deviation from central value is 0 for most symmetric distributions. So what do we do generally? We go for square of deviation. Square of deviation. This is what is called as sigma square x. This is what is called as variance of the random variable. I told this? Okay. Okay. So when you go for variance of the random variable, it is nothing but E of x minus m whole square. It is not E of x minus m. This is what we call it as sigma square x. Pawan, just reading it out. Just reading. Every symmetric equiprobable event will have mean 0, right? Not necessarily Pawan equiprobable. Even if it is non-equiprobable also, if it is symmetric around the mean, it will be 0. No, Sri, it's not symmetric about 0 only, even if it is anything also. Deviation from the mean, na? I'll draw a small diagram, Pawan. Just give me a small example. Just give me 1 second, Sri. Look at it. Look at it, Sri. Look at 2 examples here. This is x versus its probability fx of x. There is a random variable which is equiprobable from A to B. The mean is A plus B by 2. Sri and Pawan, what is the deviation to the right side and what is the deviation to the left side? Equal, na? So this is equiprobable non-zero mean, equiprobable, non-zero mean, but deviation on an average is zero, because your deviation to the right side and left side is same, na? When you're taking x minus m and when you're taking m minus x, both are equal, na? It is magnitude. Okay. Yeah, Shri, I'm coming to the point. Now look at the same discussion once again, Pawan. Pawan, look at the same discussion. This is a random variable x. This is fx of x. And this time the function is also non-zero mean. This is its mean, some m. It's deviating from some a to b. This is unequal probabilities, non-zero mean, what is its deviation average? What is its deviation average? Zero. The deviation is still zero, na, Pawan? The average deviation is zero, na? But it is actually changing to a larger value. Yape, it's going to a very larger value. And here also it's going to a larger value. Are you both clear with my point? So, Pawan, am I clear with your question? Every symmetric, Pawan, am I clear? Shri, am I clear to you? Shri, are you? I think you're already clear. But if Pawan doubt, no. He did not talk about zero mean. If you want to talk about zero mean, it's the same. Shri, it's not about mean. His question is about deviation. उसका क्वेश्चन डिविएशन पे है, तो उसका क्वेश्चन ये है कि डिविएशन का हालत क्या होगा? Is that what you asked, Pawan? Yes. Okay. Pawan, you asked about mean, is it? Oh, sorry. Sir, every symmetric equiprobable event will have mean zero, right? Pawan, yeah, got it. Yeah, Shri, I got it. Pawan, it's not like that. Symmetry around the origin only will have mean zero, na? If the random variable is from minus to plus only, the mean will be zero. I thought you're asking about deviation, Pawan, actually. Pawan, I thought you're asking about deviation. Mean will be zero when the random variable is evenly poised. Now I'm clear. Shri, are you clear? I was talking of deviation actually. Shri and Pawan. No, your drafting was right, but I read it wrong like that. No, actually your drafting was right, but वो deviation पे बात कर रहे थे ना, तो मैं उसी पे focus कर रहा था. Shri, you got it more clear? Okay, thank you. So the summary of the discussion, students, the summary of this entire discussion is the major statistics of a random variable will always be the mean and its variance rather than the deviation. So variance is more important. So let me now ask you 3-4 questions for more clarity. Let me just ask you 3-4 questions for simple clarity. So all those who are following me now, listen very carefully. Look at this example. There is a time and a voltage signal V of t, and the signal is varying something like this. There's equally a signal like this. एक और signal भी है. what is the difference between both the signals? इन दोनों signals के बीच में difference क्या है? What can you talk about its probability? What is the difference between both the signals? In both the cases, mean is 0. In both the cases, DC is 0, net DC is 0, mean is 0. Then what is the second difference? Both of them have a mean 0, है ना? But what is the difference? This has a larger deviation. One signal, Vardhan, that's also good. Slope of CDF, okay. But more than that, one signal has a larger deviation. That is a bigger amplitude. It has got a bigger amplitude. Means what? मतलब क्या है? It has got a higher power, bigger amplitude. Amplitude का square क्या है? That's what is power. So that means the one which has got a larger deviation indicates a more larger power. The one which has got a smaller deviation from the mean, this has got a smaller power. So all statistics linked to power and DC content. Not necessarily more information, Sri. जरूरी नहीं कि वो information ही हो power का मतलब. Not necessarily every time. But it's almost, we can say, ये deviation जो होती है ये power से related है. Variance जो होती है power से related है. This is what becomes later on correlation, autocorrelation, power spectral density. वहां से link है. It links to all these complicated things. So are you understanding statistics? Any doubts, anybody, students, now? Any doubts, anybody, students? कि statistics का मतलब variations, central values. Yes, almost like that only, Pavan. Within 5 minutes, I'll show you that it's exactly that only. 5 minutes में वही दिखाऊंगा मैं कि वो exactly वही है. So shall we come to the conclusions now? Shall we come to the conclusions of the discussion? Statistics का importance. Statistics is always to understand the nature of the signal, nature of the random variable. Obviously, Sri. So let's get back to the summary now. Look at a nice summary. The summary of the discussion is statistics. One is mean E of X. Statistics 2 is always variance, which is E of X minus mx whole square. Now, apart from these two statistics, इन दोनों के अलावा, you can generalize this as, in general, E of X square. What is this? Expectation of mean square. Because most often mean may be 0. Mean for symmetric values will be 0. So we go for squaring of it. So in general, e of x to the power of n, what is this called as? What is in general e to the power of expectation of x power n called as? It is called as nth moment around the origin. It is called as nth moment around the origin. Any doubts, anybody, students? Vardhan and all others, those are listening to this class, we are coming to the summary of the discussion. Central value, if it is giving you 0, sometimes we prefer the square of the central value. For symmetric cases, we prefer the square. Then is when we call it as mean square. Absolutely. Now, if you continue the same discussion, students, अगर इसी discussion को continue करें, can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next page? Finish copying? Yes. The fourth point is, if you go for e of x minus m, this is called as average deviation. Average deviation, the most useless statistic, which is most often 0. Yes, deviation never explains the net effect we are getting. In fact, deviation of both of this will be 0. In दोनों का deviation 0 है. जबकि this has got a larger deviation. The deviation of a signal from -5 to 5, the deviation of a signal from -1 to 1, दोनों का 0 ही आएगा. ऑब्वियसली श्री, ऑरेंज वाला बहुत ज्यादा शॉक लगाएगा, क्योंकि वो कभी कभी 314 तक जा रही है, कभी 280 तक जा रही है, हायर वैल्यूज पे जा रही है. So if you watch it now once again, students, the average deviation is most useless. So what do we prefer? E of x minus m whole square. This is called as variance, sigma square x. If you go for E of x minus m whole cube, which is also most likely to be 0, most likely this is also going to be 0. This is called as skewness. If you go for root of E of x minus m whole square, root of the variance, this is what we call it as sigma x. This is called as standard deviation. So squaring करके उसका root करना, this is most likely to be non-zero. This is standard deviation. So can we generalize this now, students? Statistics are only and only two types. They are the movements around the origin. They are movements around the origin, which is an idea of the central value, or movements around the mean. Movements around the mean. So इन सबको क्या बोलते हैं? Movements around the mean. So can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next page? Copy it. So in general, if you now go for it, if you generalize this, E of x minus m to the power of n expectation of x minus m to the power of n is called as moment, nth moment around the mean. इससे पहले हमने कौन सा मोमेंट लिया था? nth moment around the origin, x minus 0 to the power of n. This is similar to writing x minus 0 to the power of n, na? That's called as moment around the origin. If you are finding out x minus m to the power of n, that's called as nth moment around the origin. Is this clear? So e of x power m, it's an idea of central values of the distribution. Central values of the distribution. E of x minus m to the power of, sorry, I think it's n. This is always an idea of deviation from the origin, deviation from the mean. Any doubts, anybody, students? These are the two statistics which is completely going to define it. These are the two statistics that completely defines a signal. Let's take a small example to understand this. Look at a small example to understand this situation. Look at one more example to understand this. So this is the summary of today's class. कि statistics या तो central value का होता है या तो deviation का होता है. Central value का idea या तो central value से deviation का idea. That's the statistics you should be learning it, right? So if you continue this discussion from here, look at it. You see a small example. The average age of BTech students in a college. Can you tell me its mean? And can you tell me its deviation? Standard deviation. Similarly, in the same college, can you tell me the average age of professors or teachers in the college? That means, can you tell me the mean? And can you tell me the deviation? How many of you are ready? Shri, tell me for BTech students, tell me for the teachers. Just guessing how much of thinking ability you got. Gautam Rana, are you there? Gautam, you are the best to tell this. What I feel is, in any BTech college, you join it 17 years of age and you leave at 21 years of age. So the mean is most likely to be 19 and the deviation is around 2 years. That's very simple to guess. So mean of 19 and deviation of 2. What about for teachers in the college? For teachers, it's very tough. A teacher maybe is somewhere, he'll start minimum at 25 years of age. कम से कम एमटेक का होना चाहिए, and he may be anything up to 62 years, the retirement age for professors. And if a college is recruiting heavily young chaps, young professors, mean can be 30, and the deviation with so many youngsters can be hardly around 10 years. मान लीजिए 10 years है, even if there are 1 or 2 professors of 60 years of age, but huge deviation and a unpredictable mean. Suppose the college has got all old and aged professors. The mean can be 50 and the deviation can be just 5 years. So by specifying the two statistics, mean and variance, yeah, an academy has got too much of too much of young chaps. I think I'm one of the oldest in that, maybe 43. So could be, yeah, that's quite natural. In fact, when I joined an academy, that's what I asked. I'm 43, do I fit into your model? They said fine. They needed it at the time. So if you look at the deviation, if you look at the central value, वो distribution का पूरी idea दे देते हैं, पूरी idea is provided by it. Are you understanding statistics now? Any questions, anybody, students? Chalo. If you're understanding this statistics, let's take a better example now. Not age, teachers. Let's not consider these cases now. Let's get to the point more clearly. Let's get to the point more to the point now. Look at the same discussion, this time with the example of the random variable being x, being an voltage signal. Let the random variable be as some voltage signal. Then what is expectation E of x always equal to? What does E of x mean? It is nothing but the DC value or average voltage. So when you apply this for signals, when you apply this for the more communication orientation, with your random variable being an voltage, DC or sorry, continuous or discrete, digital or analog, expectation is nothing but DC value. Then what is E of x minus m whole square? What is this supposed to be? It is E of x square plus m square minus 2mx. So it is nothing but E of x square plus m square minus 2m into E of x. So what is that equal to? It is E of x square minus 2m into m. 2m into m is 2m square. So minus m square minus m square. So can I write it as E of x square minus E of x whole square? So what is variance? What is variance? Mean square minus square of mean. Variance is mean square minus square of the mean. So can you tell me what is mean square, students? E of x square का मतलब क्या है? सिग्नल का स्क्वायर का मतलब क्या है? एवरेज ऑफ सिग्नल का स्क्वायर का मतलब क्या है? टोटल पावर. नो गणेश, नो गणेश. टोटल पावर, आरएमएस नहीं. Square of the entire signal. Square of any signal is square of any voltage is total power, right? Yeah, root of this is RMS, of course. Ganesh, you got it now? Square of the voltage. Square of the voltage is always total power. What is square of the DC value? Square of the DC value? DC power. So what is variance therefore? ID of AC power. ID of AC power. So can I go to the next page, students? Statistics always tell you about power, average, and such things. Can I go to the next page? Copied all of you. Chalo. So the meaning of the discussion is ultimately variance being mean square minus square of the mean. It is E of, it is total power minus DC power. So this is just nothing but AC power. So what does deviation tell you? How much of AC power, how much of variations are there? That's what it is. Any doubts, anybody, students here? Any questions? Any doubts? Shall we go to the last point? That's one last point I want to tell you. Moment generating function. एक पॉइंट है जो अभी पढ़ने के बाद ही जाना है हमें. The importance of moment generating function, right? So shall we summarize this discussion now? Ready, students, all of you? Are you understanding the importance of statistics? Chalo. Look at this discussion, students. Today's class is in general, what is expectation of g of x is what we call it as statistics of the random variable. The statistics of the random variable can be g of x being x to the power of n, or it can be x minus m to the power of n. They were the most vital statistics. x power n moments होते हैं, x minus m to the power of n भी moments होते हैं. Central value का आइडिया, deviation का आइडिया. If g of x is any e power tx, some transformation into e power tx, where t is any variable, that is e of e power tx, which is minus infinity to infinity e power tx into f of x dx. What does this give you? इस ऑपरेशन के बाद आपको क्या मिलेगा? What does this mathematical operation give you? It will give you a function of t जस्ट लाइक व्हेन यू गो फॉर फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म, फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म करने से क्या मिलेगा आपको? फ्रॉम ए सिग्नल एफ ऑफ टी, व्हेन यू गो फॉर फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म, यू विल गेट एफ ऑफ ओमेगा, क्योंकि टाइम में यू कंप्लीटली इंटीग्रेट विद टेकिंग ई पावर जे ओमेगा टी एफ ऑफ टी डी टी। तो पूरा टाइम इंटीग्रेशन करने के बाद आपको ओमेगा वाली टर्म रह जाती है। सिमिलरली व्हेन यू कंप्लीटली इंटीग्रेट विद एक्स, you get a function of time. This is what we call it as phi x of t. Phi x of t. This is what is called as moment generating function. So transformation of e of e to the power of tx. Yeah, it's not exactly time, Sri. It's not time. T is any transformed domain. Okay. It is not ensemble average that you're doing. Ensemble average तो बोल सकते हैं, but T is not necessarily time variable. T is any transformed domain. ठीक है? So are you all understanding this point, students? If you are taking the g of x as x power n, this is mean. Mean का higher order. ये variance और उसके higher order है. But अगर आप e power tx लेते हो, so you get moment generating function. So can I go to the next page, students? Just give me 5 minutes. It's over. Just give me 5 minutes. Don't look at the time. 1 hour भी हो जाएगा, लेकिन point is vital. Yeah, it's like a mapping from x to t. Maybe Pawan, you can link it to that. So the summary of this discussion is, students, if you go for e of e power tx, which is e of 1 plus tx plus tx whole square by 2 plus tx whole cube by 3 factorial plus so on tx power n by n factorial. Shri, don't worry about resolution matrix. इधर फोकस करो. ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ e power tx जो होती है ना, the transform function that you have ना, it's not for fun we do it. वो e power tx को अगर आप यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट कीजिए तो this is what you get. This is what is phi x of t. Now students, watch it carefully. What do you get if you do d by dt of phi x of t and put t equal to 0? पहला derivative and putting t equal to 0, what do you get? E of 1 constant है 0 plus e of x plus derivative with time 2t by 2 factorial e of x square plus so on, and I said put t equal to 0. So ये सब term 0 हो जाएगा. So what are we getting? What are we getting? The first moment around the origin. You're getting the mean. If you now go for second order derivative, अब आप d square by dt square of phi x of t put कीजिए and put t equal to 0. what do you get? Derivative of this is e of x constant है, तो ये भी 0, 2t t cancel हो जाएगा, you will get e of x square. थर्ड डेरिवेटिव कीजिए, और t क्यूब वाली टर्म में 3 फैक्टोरियल कैंसिल हो जाएगा. 10 seconds, वॉच इट केयरफुली, कोई डाउट्स है तो पूछिए. And in this, please take some patience and intermediate maths to understand this. This is vital. Vardhan, are you following? When you go for transformations, we get something interesting. कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग डिस्कशन आएगा. Fourier transform helps you to understand in a different domain. Similarly, moment generating function helps you to understand the moments of all orders. So can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next page? So can I generalize this? So what is moment generating function? In general, moment generating function is used to obtain central moments around the origin. That is, nth derivative of the moment generating function and putting t equal to 0 always gives you nth moment. Any doubts, anybody, students? Any questions? I know random variables and teaching statistics is not a big deal, but the same discussion when I go for random process. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you. Even after Unacademy only, we also started to understand students, trying to come to your level, trying to come down to students' needs and necessities. Otherwise, Pawan, last 20 years I've been heavily involved into professional teaching only. 20 years में first 10 years of formation में लग जाते हैं. Last 10 years 2009 से लेके लगभग 2019 तक we're so professionally busy in our teaching, never bothered about students. Teaching 400 students in a class, taking the next flight, immediately leaving for the next. Really, it's a great opportunity for us. That was actually, the professional days, because the necessities were like that. Actually it was necessarily like that. We used to be away from our families, so we had to be desperately getting back to families and all. But now I'm staying home, enjoying my retirement life. This is almost a semi-retirement life for me. So that's why we're getting chance to help students also. Lot of help we're doing through WhatsApp, through Unacademy. It's a revolution. Education revolution is this. It's a revolution. Got the point, students? Statistics समझ में आ रहे हैं ना? Actually, statistics as a maths you should not understand. You should understand how it applies in communications. Not in random variables, actually in random process. वहां पे जरूरी हो जाते हैं कि ऑटो कॉरलेशन को नॉइज से कैसा लिंक करें, पावर से कैसा लिंक करें. There it gets vital. अभी तो we're in the basic level ना, right? Yeah. Could not get it. You're asking something, sir. For sin x t and cos x t, is there? Yes, interesting like this. Acha, E of sin xt. See, Sri, very simple. E power j omega t sin omega t or cos omega t. All the three are almost same. All the three are harmonics only. So whatever you do for harmonic functions, it applies to be the same. Because Sri, I understand your logic कि sin x का भी ऐसा ही expansion होती है ना. So when you go for an expansion like this, will you get almost same? You'll almost get the same, but with the j term. So not exactly not exactly for sine and cos, but for e power it's applicable. Actually, when your e power tx ना, अगर t को अगर आप j omega कर दो, तो we'll call it as characteristic function. Characteristic function बोलते हैं उसको, which is nothing but Fourier transform. तो उसमें क्या होता है ना, t की जगह पे you have to put j omega equal to 0. तो साइन कॉस ई पावर जे तीनों के लिए कुछ भी करो तो सेम आएगा. ऑलमोस्ट थ्री आर सेम ओनली. यू कैन डू इट, नो डाउट, बट कोई एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन तो नहीं आएगा. गॉट इट? So that's all for today's class, students. One small announcement. Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, Pawan, that's what I was telling. ISRO already I made 5 videos, so I think I will make another 2-3 videos only now. ISRO guidance के लिए microwave and 1 or 2. One important announcement for you is YouTube classes. I'm not actively involved so far. Last 2-3 months I'm very busy with the app classes only. I take only 2 hours a day. So with my 2-3 hours a day, I'm not able to focus. But next week I'm focusing now. I'll be doing EMTL all previous year questions in YouTube live. All the EMTL previous year questions, but only tough questions. Starting with chapter 1. Not rapid fire. No fire, slowly only. No fire in it, just slowly. Taking only tough questions, especially controversial questions. कुछ के solutions गलत होते हैं, कुछ के कभी question ही गलत होती है, कुछ के students misunderstand करते हैं. So I'm starting live PYQs on chapter 1. My studio is also waiting for me. Almost 2-3 months से मैंने studio को completely utilize नहीं किया. Lockdown की वजह से, app में load ज़्यादा होने की वजह से. So sure. Yes, we will handle the tough PYQs. So follow my channel or follow my WhatsApp so that I'll give you updates. I'll send you the link. So you can follow my channel or my WhatsApp, whatever it is. I'll surely help you in the tough PYQs, tough questions. Okay. This week itself. Yes. Sure. My WhatsApp number is this. You can send me a WhatsApp. No groups here. Only I'll send information. You can ask doubts. Yeah, Vardhan, you're following. I know it. आप doubts पूछ सकते हैं. I'll be sending information through broadcast. I don't have any groups. Groups से actually biasing आ जाती है. ये subscription वाला student है, वो free वाला student है, वो feeling आ जाती है. वो नहीं रहना चाहिए. Student तो student है ना. So that's why I'm not having any other special groups. Only notification I'm having. Yeah, only notification I'm having. That's all. Oh, thank you. That's why groups. That's why avoiding groups. And groups में क्या number का security भी नहीं है. All students' numbers are open to everybody. So that's why when Pawan asked me some doubt in EDC, I clarified through WhatsApp. Anybody is welcome like that. ठीक है? Sure. Thank you all students. Thanks a lot for following me. See you in the next class. I hope you're also following my waveguides free classes. Sunday morning waveguides bhi hai. Monday night random variables. Okay. And this random variables will continue for 2-3 months. Until random process is over, it will continue. This will always come. This will always follow. This is continuous. Thank you. Good night. Yeah, waveguides also live. Sailesh, you're there. Bye.